Hey, this is Doug Rickard with Acton. I'm a channel manager here, and I work closely with Fay Business Systems, and wanted to do a quick walkthrough on the core elements of customer engagement and using Acton and Sugar together. They really are sort of a marriage partner, if you will, and the two work uh, work together as an understatement. There's a vital connection point between the two, and I'll walk through it. Okay, so the first thing, I'll show you the Acton workspace here, and then I'm going to also jump back and forth to Sugar. So you'll see this. We'll move back and forth. I want to show you both views. So I think the first thing is, from a workflow perspective, obviously as a marketer, you want all of the marketing tool sets under one umbrella in one place. And the way Acton's designed is it's got kind of your quick start menu down the middle, and then it's got the contacts, content, etc. Over on the side, it looks very much like WordPress. Super intuitive to use, and there's links to support, training, etc. So I think the first place I'm going to go is I'm going to go into this quick ability to connect Sugar, and I'll show you our connectors. So basically, SugarCRM shows up right there. You click it and you load in your credentials. You do an initial setup. It takes maybe 60, 90 minutes to deploy everything. Once you do that, and I'll show you this. Once you do that, you're syncing back and forth on a schedule, and then also have the ability to decide what to do from a connection standpoint, whether you want to connect leads, contacts, opportunities, or even accounts. Sorry, my screen's like kind of lagging here. I'm on Wi-Fi, but you got this connection point, right? Okay, and so let me jump back to the platform itself. So look down the middle, you have this ability to get into what we call list management. If I get management, I want to show this. So this is synced up with Sugar. And so from a perspective, we're going to be syncing a master list, or all the contacts in your database, and then we're going to start moving them into persona segments, so you can engage with customers in an efficient way and an effective way, and so that you can send the right message to the right person at the right time. You don't want to be using generic messages to all of your database, or you'll get everyone to be simply unsubscribing and tuning out as to what you're saying. So here's the type of segments that we recommend setting up after you get sync done. So we'll set up segments based on titles, or we'll call them personas, right? Buying personas or customer personas. So maybe here is coordinator, marketing coordinator. Another one here is manager level or director level. Another one here is executive level. You can take this, and I'll show you here in a second, but you can take this and make it really granular. You can do it off of any field in Sugar. So you want to do that. I'll show you why in a bit as we start to tie campaigns to these segments. These are sometimes called smart list or list segments. The other aspect is list, and you can see this is florized, right? So you can organize this. You want to set up funnel segments, right? This is going to be based on lead scoring. Lead scoring being one of the fundamental ways for you to assign some sort of value to a lead, so that sales reps know what to contact first. So you're going to do funnel stages, right? That's based on score. Top of the funnel, they're just starting to have a look. They may have gone to your website one time. Middle of the funnel, they need to have some calls to action. They're going through an education process as a buyer. You need to be a thought leader. So that's another segment. And then sales ready. Maybe it hits a certain score, and automatically, immediately, it's pushed over to a sales view. That's the beauty, is you can, as a marketer, focus on marketing leads or nurturing them until you think that they're qualified. Okay, so those are segments, but let me show you what this looks like. So if you get in here, let me update the recording screen. If you get in here, you click Create a Segment, and I'll show you the power here. We don't have to be real thorough on training right now, but I wanted to just cover a couple things. So first, I wanted to just every Sugar, all of the fields are potentially something that you can segment off of, even custom fields. So let's go down here and look. It could be, we saw lead score, we saw marketing ready. You can say industry, with a healthcare company. That may be a field in Sugar. Revenue. Are they over $1 million in revenue? That's another way to segment them. Again, get into fine focus groups that you can market to well. The other thing is going to be city, geography, all of that. So that's maybe a segment is I want C-level. The title contains CMO, CEO, CRO, etc. The other element is going to be behavior. The other and reasonable, right? So think about the segments being C-level in Florida that have been on our website in the last 14 days. That could be a segment. So the behavior element. Click behavior. Here's what I'm talking about. You can go in there and do, in the last 14 days, I want all CEO, CIO, CMOs that have CMO. Let's get real granular. That have visited at least one of these pages. And here we go. I'm going right into the Act On website. So I could say the pricing is one of them. And I might be at that. So here we've got a dynamic segment that says C-level that's visited our website in the last 2 weeks. That's a powerful segment. Okay, so there we go. So there's citation. There we go. So there's vital and Sugar. Sugar being the database with all of the Sugar being demographic, firmographic data, the fixed data, the fields such as product type, what product did they purchase, et cetera, et cetera. Act On being all of the behavioral data. Have they been to the website, et cetera. So you can literally pull contacts out of Sugar by name that have been to the pricing page of the website and put them in front of a sales rep. Okay. So that's the power, the thinking from a customer engagement perspective. Next, we're into the automation perspective. We're going to go into the automation perspective. I think that's the way to go. So as a marketer, I want to go deep and not need 15 people on your team to be able to manage this. So hence the automation aspect of marketing automation. What we're really talking here is being able to create campaigns, is being nurtured drip camps that are set up to tie to the segments and deliver very specific content to the. Okay, so let me just go edit one and show you exactly what I'm talking about from a campaign perspective. Okay, so couple messages. These are going to be all the email templates or content, plain text or template, I should say, types of content that you put out to companies in your campaigns. And the other thing would be all the segments that we started to create, right? So you can pick any segments. So let's say we're executives here. We may pick that segment. And then what we're going to do is we're going to build out a workflow. And this is highly flexible, totally configurable, and easily via drag and drop. So for the most part, you're going to be dragging these from content pieces over here in between steps here or until. And so you've got this path here that says send this quick tips email, wait a week, and then if they did open it, we're going to send a part B to this email. Then we're going to wait a week, and then we're going to go to another step. And the steps could be anything. It could be create a record in CRM, for example. It could be create an activity for a sales rep. It could be them into a webinar campaign, add them to another list. All of these things over here are possibilities. Send an alert to a sales rep. That's another one. Okay. So the thing is these branches, right? So depending on the action that they take, you can go push them on a different path. And marketers may want to say, okay, I'm going to try a totally different campaign approach. If they don't open this, let's send them a totally different subject line, and let's send them down a different path about 5 ways to improve rather than 10 quick steps. So you get the idea. And again, stepping backwards, these segments will tie to these campaigns with different content styles and approaches will tie to different segments. So you want content going to CEO that is the type of content that will engage the CEO. You don't want content going to a CEO that is for an IT CRM administrator. I mean, there you go. Because both of them won't listen, and both of them will delete you and unsubscribe. Both. So, okay, so those two things. Now switching gears over to Sugar here for a bit. We're just going to quick session today, maybe 10 minutes for this recording. We can do more. we'll go back here and we're going to think about if our sales rep, right? So from a sales rep standpoint, we put these tools in there from Acton that show the lead score. That's a fundamental thing. Sales reps must see a lead score. If there's no lead score, how can they decide what's a hot lead and what is a lead that should be put on the back burner or at least ranked lower? They got to figure out their workflow and their workday. So you've got the leads with both the lead score, but then also the Acton hot prospects is going to be the leads with the biggest score jump. And so those are pushed right to the biggest top. And so that allow reps to prioritize their time. And again, it's pushing us right into Sugar automatically, their time. And then if we open a lead here, I think I've opened one up on a tab here. I want to kind of break down this lead view in Sugar. So we're going to give you the ability as a sales rep to see everything that this lead is doing, such as the exact web pages they've visited and even the emails they've been sent. I'm on the email tab. The web page they've seen, what pages they visit in terms of any landing pages, have they submitted any forms, etc. So this is all huge info. In addition to the lead score is this ability to see exactly what they're looking at, and from a timeline perspective too. And then the other thing too, if you just link right here, you'll just pop open a window that's the same view that we have in Acton. And so it's a really granular way to look at this. And look how detailed it is. So sales rep is going to see, here's the scoring values. We help with that, and we can help you customize those. You can even do multiple scores each. But anyway, so the sales rep is going to see this digital footprint, digital body language. They have to see this. If they don't see it, they're blind basically. And this is all engagement that they're doing with you as a company, landing pages, everything. Okay, so that's kind of the Sugar piece of this. Okay, so switching back now over to Acton, I want to show you one thing is kind of a little perk here. So thinking about customer engagement from a marketer standpoint. All right, let me go back over here. So we're going to go into accounts. Watch this. This is crazy. Accounts, right? Not just individuals and records of individuals, but companies, and get strategic about how you focus at a company level as a marketer. Sit in here and take groups of it. It's 168 accounts that we're going to call technology vertical. Another that's market, another that's financial. So let's go into the technology vertical, and I'll show you how this rolls up. So we'll kind of work backwards here. So from a technology vertical perspective, you've got, bear with me, I'm on Wi-Fi again. You've got this ranking here by score and by number of contacts, or by, you can organize however you want, by alphabetical. But here's the magic of this. So for Meltwater Group, there's 9 contacts in your database, and they have a cumulative score of 152. So now let me click on the company. Look at this. So you're going to see, click on the contact that you have in the database, and then you're going to see roll-up score, what they score relative to other companies, and then you're going to see kind of some info about them. But really, think about this. This is so that as a marketer, you can approach the market how sales reps do. They take a company and say, I want to go land Microsoft. We're focused on enterprise. They're my target. So as a marketer, you can work with the sales rep, and you can get really focused on focusing on companies, groups of companies, and then triggering and seeing exactly really what their engagement level looks like, as well as right to the cumulative contact level. Then you can send campaigns to Meltwater Group. Maybe you want to build a campaign just to that company only. It's not a bad idea. Your average deal size is 100,000, and it's all relative to your business. But I'll leave you with that.